Okay. Well, hello. Welcome to the Arcscraft, the New Year's edition.
Have we started?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wait.
No,
okay.
this is how we talk normally.
I thought we were just doing like, I thought we were doing like warm-ups. You know, like before someone sings, we're like hum 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 hum.
We're not singing.
I don't think anyone sings like that, Kev.
No.
No, warm-ups. You guys aren't star singers like us.
Talking was warm-up anyway.
Yeah. Either way. Yeah, that's a good point, Hannah. Yeah. Anyway.
New Year.
Yeah.
Hello.
New Year. Happy New
Hello,
Year.
everyone.
What year is it again?
2007.
Yes.
Year of the jackal.
YouTube's a year old.
YouTuber's 1 year old, yeah.
Yep. Chocolate Rain came out.
Number one hit.
I don't have a fact about 2007.
I said it was the year of the jackal, but I just made that up. I don't even know what that means, if I'm honest with you.
What even is a jackal?
The Nightmare Before Christmas came out.
Really? Did you just Google, like, 2007 events or something?
No. It's just common knowledge, man. Common knowledge.
I've not even seen that film. But, okay, so...
Right, great.
2007.
Fantastic.
God,
I was 14.
It wasn't
Was I
2007 that
14,
came
what
out.
is that? That's 6 years ago.
God damn it, Hannah.
It wasn't because it came out in when I was in year 8. So
Which you would have been about 14.
14, yeah, that's right.
2007.
no, I started high school in 2004.
What? No, I said The Nightmare Before Christmas. That came out in 93.
Oh my god, what were you
Why did
talking
2007
about?
come out then?
Let's move on.
Where are we? Who am I? What's my name?
Let's move on. So,
What's the year?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Arcscast.
The Arcscast.
I said the Arcscast.
Sounds like Arcscast every time you say it. So, what we got to talk about, fellas? And Hannah?
All the things.
All of the things related to gaming and bungles and jingles and stuff like that.
Okay.
That's the whole meaning of the podcast.
That's the meaning of Christmas.
Seen this this news article
Yeah.
about Apple,
About Apple.
right? Yeah, not the fruit, the company.
Oh, okay. I was worried then.
They're bringing out a new product. Can you guess what it is?
I don't believe
Yes!
they are.
Can I
No,
guess?
no. I have actually.
Hannah's heard about this now, she says.
I just need to get.
You just googled the letter Y. Good job.
No, YouTube. I press Y and it comes up with YouTube.
Oh, right, yeah, there's a
She tried to
video by Soldier Knows Best.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys? Soldier
And he
Knows Best.
says he's predicting what new product of 2013 is coming out on Apple. But
That's cheating, it's not guessing.
Yeah, Hannah, don't look it up. I guess they're going to bring out the
Is it-
iMac Mini.
Are they going to come out with like an electronic apple that you can eat?
Christmas
No.
decorations.
I guess.
No.
I don't know. I give
I'll
up.
give you a few. Okay, do you give up?
They're going to turn into like a fruit store. They're just going to start selling fruit.
Don't watch the video,
I'm
Hannah.
not going to watch the video, I'm just having it open, so watch it later.
Okay. Go on, JJ.
The iWatch.
Don't believe it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that.
Isn't
Just
that
a
for
really
your
shitty
TV?
photoshopped thing on Facebook.
It is only rumoured, it says here.
I don't think that's true at all. Why would
Yeah,
they...
I've seen it. Seen
That
it.
will happen.
I've seen it, right? It's just really shitty photoshopped. Like there's a watch, right? And then there's just like a really shitty
It
photoshopped.
They
looks
already
like
bought
it's an
something out
iPod
like
Shuffle,
that.
isn't it?
They already bought that out.
Yeah.
You could get the iPod Nano and buy a wrist strap for it.
Oh, is it actually?
Oh,
That's all it is. So
is that all it is?
it's shit,
I thought
JJ.
it
Why'd
was
you even
something
mention
for
it,
TV.
bro?
Sorry?
I thought it was something for your TV.
iWatch. Oh yeah, maybe someone heard something about iWatch, and maybe because there's always been rumours that they're going to develop a TV,
Yeah.
so they could
Yeah.
develop something like that, which would be
'Cause
amazing.
They've got Apple TV, haven't they?
Yeah.
Isn't that just like is that a bit like Sky and all that?
Kind of. It doesn't.
I don't think
really-
anyone
Satellite,
has
is it?
anyone got it though. Isn't it like
my
similar
stepdad
prices?
has an Apple TV. All my parents do. They use it all the time. Like they use it every day. They don't watch cable. They use that. Because
wow.
it has Netflix. It has YouTube. It's like the app section of your Xbox 360 or whatever, but it's basically your Xbox, but it doesn't play games and runs on iOS.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're good little bits of kit, and they're only $100, which isn't that bad.
Oh, that isn't too bad.
And you can watch all the sports networks and stuff work on it. So it's not bad at all.
That's jolly. I might go pick one up.
Go pick one up.
But do you think
JK, I
that
hate Apple.
Apple will bring out some kind of silly kind of gizmo like an iWatch?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Not.
No.
I know that if Steve Jobs was still around, he
Steve
wouldn't
Jobs
allow
wouldn't
them
allow
to.
it. He wouldn't allow it.
No.
And I think that
And
there are enough people in Apple that know what Steve Jobs liked to know that he wouldn't want gizmos like that.
Yeah, he'd probably just bitch slap the person that would have the idea, and then just end it at that. Put a period on that.
Hey Steve, I've got an idea.
Yep.
I'm kind of
Exactly.
disappointed at how little iPhone cases there
Yeah,
are
and
for
I
the
can't find
iPhone
any
5.
iPhone 5 cases.
Oh.
No.
I saw an iPhone case that had a little thing on the side where you could attach your pepper spray.
Oh, there you go, Hannah.
So you could attach your pepper spray
you should
to
get
your
that.
phone.
Well, that would definitely fit in my pocket.
Yeah, your phone itself doesn't fit in your pocket.
Well, it depends what trousers.
But yeah, you heard it here first, folks. The iWatch is fake.
Unless
It's
it's for
real.
your TV.
Unless it's...
You just have to believe.
Unless it's actually
It's sort of
a
like
TV.
Santa Claus. It's sort of like Santa Claus. You just have to believe in it, and it will come true.
Alright, moving on. What
Make a
next?
petition for that.
Make a petition for Apple to make an iWatch.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Oh yeah, how is that petition going?
Oh, it kind of petered out at 130,000.
It died.
Yeah. Sadly, there was just no way for me to get any more.
Yeah.
There was just no way for me to get any more publicity for it, which is
Unfortunate.
a shame.
So, moving on.
Yeah, indeed.
We found out something about the PS. Would you guys like to hear?
The
I love
PS2.
2, yeah.
Okay. That
The thing
officially
that we all
stopped being
thought
made the other
died
day.
out.
Hmm?
Well, you just stole my entire story. Thanks for that. Moving on.
Really?
Wow.
What was that?
They
was it?
stopped.
What was
They
it?
only stopped production a few days ago with that. The PS2 was
Yeah,
still
I
being
just
made.
noticed that. I thought they ended production when the PS3 came
No,
out.
because the reason the PS2 was still really company. The PS2 was still really popular in I don't want to say third world, but yeah, exactly. It was really popular in poorer countries because
Second world
they
countries.
couldn't. Okay, I guess it was more popular in It was popular in poorer countries because it was cheaper, and the games were cheaper and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So but the fact is that that's dying out. Not as many people are buying them, but there were so many games out for it and stuff that they still had a market for it in countries with less money.
Must be enough of them though.
150 billion, gazillion. Yeah. I still have
enough.
one. That's mine.
We don't
Yeah,
have
mine.
ours. We don't have ours. Just
From like a
'cause we moved.
98 or something.
We got rid of ours when we moved to Canada, just because there was no point bringing it.
Hey, one day that's going to be worth something. I still have my Dreamcast. too.
Whether or not it's worth something, someone would buy it to play a game on it. But the fact is that ours was an English one, and we're in Canada, and it won't play Canadian games. And I'm not in the business of ripping people off by giving them something that won't work.
I mean,
Because they'll hunt you down.
we thought the PS3 would work, didn't we?
Yeah, the PS3 didn't even work, despite the fact I called up PlayStation support and they told me it would.
So guys, if you buy a PS3 and move country, it will not work in that country.
Confirmed. You heard it here first, folks.
And Sony, if you're listening,
You're
give Mike
fired.
a new PS3.
Thank you. Yep. Hi, Bill
Give
Gates.
me the new Super Slim one. Yeah, Bill Gates, if you're listening, tell Sony.
Sony?
Because you own Sony, don't you?
Wait, isn't he on Microsoft shit?
No, he's Apple.
Yeah,
He's Apple.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm not very good at this.
Oh my god.
Okay, moving on.
Okay, I got a story.
Okay. Can I steal this one
now,
too?
Mike, no, you shut up, mister. Okay, next thing. Black Ops 2 DLC leaked? Question mark?
Was it leaked because someone looked at the files that were already on the disc and they're just going to charge people an extra $30 for something that's already on the disc on day one?
No, it's actually a poster in GameStop, right? Now, this DLC is called Black Ops Revolution. Black Ops 2 Revolution. And it comes with 5 maps, 4 of which are multiplayer maps. Well, they are multiplayer, but 4 are like standard, and 1 is like zombies, if you know what I'm talking about. Like,
okay.
Oh, yeah.
There's one zombie map,
gotcha.
and the first ever DLC to feature a gun. So you get a gun with it.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool. That's kind of good. They're moving forward from selling maps.
yeah, and well, they actually wanted to do that in Modern Warfare 3, but there was an issue with the RAM, so they weren't physically allowed to because
There was
of the
an
engine.
issue with the RAM.
They should have just downloaded
Because
more RAM.
They couldn't change the. Yeah, just go to ram.com and just hit the download button. No.
Download moreram.com.
Yeah, no. They weren't physically allowed to because the engine when.
You do realize it's the same engine?
No,
It's been the same engine since, like,
They,
Modern Warfare 1.
they adjusted it. No, they obviously adjust the engine.
Just about, yeah.
Well, and it's a different company.
They adjusted to make it different shades of grey. It's not
No,
different, it's not different engines.
Infinity Ward and Active Treyarch are 2 different companies.
Yeah, but Activision is the one that owns Call of Duty, and it owns the engine, and it distributes the engine to each of them. If you side by side Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 2, they look identical.
I hate Black Ops. I hate COD.
Me too.
It's full of 13-year-olds
Yeah.
and pedophiles.
Yeah.
Jerking off to the 13-year-olds' voices.
Yep. It's like toddlers and tiaras.
Ugh. Making the world
Speaking
go
of which,
round.
Kev, you're like this. The other day, Hannah went to the hairdressers, and I ended up having to sit and wait for her for a bit.
Yeah.
And on the TV at the hairdressers was, Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. So I was actually sitting there for about an hour and a half, watching Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, but there was music playing, so I had to watch the fucking subtitles. Oh dear.
Oh, you ain't messing with Honey Boo Boo Child.
You know what this is, right, JJ?
I have no idea.
You don't know who she is.
Have you ever heard of the show Toddlers and Tiaras?
No.
It's a show
Is she by any
basically...
chance the lady that said, she said, "How you doing?"
No, that's not
No.
her.
No?
No.
Who's that?
That's Kev's friend.
How are you doing?
Yeah, that.
Either way, no. Toddlers and Tiaras is a show where people bring their toddlers to like beauty pageants and dress them up in really horrible outfits and
Like,
stuff.
they do this thing where you've got to like be beautiful on the inside and
Yeah.
beautiful on the outside, but they have like fake
horrible.
hair, fake eyelashes,
I'm sorry,
makeup,
but
Honey
plaster
Boo
on their
Boo,
face.
Honey Boo Boo was on this show once, and she had such a personality that they felt the need to make her own show based around her life and her going to pageants.
Fucking
She's a 6-year-old
retarded.
girl, and it's a reality show about her family who are all rednecks. And she's a fat little girl that takes part in pageants and never wins.
No, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be serious with this. I think that's just bad parenting, to be honest. I don't
It
think
is
that's right.
terrible parenting.
I don't think it's right. Like, you have a 6-year-old. I don't know what that is.
I wouldn't call her a girl.
No,
They had to
I
hire an
wouldn't.
etiquette person.
They had to hire an etiquette teacher, and
Yeah.
she was confused why she wasn't allowed to fart at the table.
I guarantee by the age of 12, she's gonna have liposuction. She's gonna be some prostitute whore living on the
But
streets
the thing
of
is
Mexico.
the family has no money.
Yeah, well, what?
Their back
They have
garden
a fucking
backs out.
show.
Yeah, but you don't make much money from that.
You probably
You
do
must
make
make some.
quite a bit.
Well,
You can
considering
definitely buy a fucking house.
they were using coupons, and yeah, but bear in mind their house's back garden has a train track through it. An active train track.
You obviously never been to America because they are rednecks, yeah?
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. Some rednecks that may have money or not, they live very trashy. Sorry
they're
for all you
trashy.
rednecks watching.
I suppose they must have a bit of money, to be honest with you, looking at the kind of stuff they have.
And it's probably just
she was
reality,
upset.
like,
She was
show.
upset. She was upset that she didn't win a pageant, so her mum and dad bought her a pig. So she had
An indoor pig, by the way.
an indoor pig. She called it Glitzy, and it was a boy, but she was going to teach it to be gay.
Hey, boo-boo child, my old friend.
And take it to pageants with her.
Take it. Oh my god.
The pig probably has more chance of winning than her.
Yeah. And
The twins.
the dad goes. I got it from a place called Posh Pigs. They paint the pig's nails and curl its hair, and it had painted like claws on, like purple front ones and green back ones, and the bit on its head was curly, the hair. Oh dear.
Oh man. Oh.
Did it have some nice perfume on?
Yeah. Was it wearing a pretty dress?
Every few minutes, they put it on the kitchen table, and it took a dump. Everywhere they put it, it kept taking a dump.
Well, you know, they're used to the smell, aren't they? Rednecks don't bathe, do they?
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah, it is.
Is a redneck pretty much a gypsy?
No,
gypsies are like... Gypsy is kind of different. A redneck is just someone that usually lives in like a badly built home, usually sometimes a caravan, which is similar to a gypsy. But gypsies at least have like heritage, don't they?
Well,
but rednecks are literally just like retard.
Wow. Sorry, rednecks out there listening. If you're a redneck, don't just forgive us. We don't mean anything by it.
Do rednecks use computers?
Oh wow, that's right. So we can say whatever the fuck we want about them.
They're not Amish people.
Well, they're similar. They do live on like ranches and farms and like eat beef jerky like after they killed their cow or some shit like that, don't they?
It's not the cow's beef jerky, it's just beef jerky from a packet.
No, they just like...
While they're killing a cow.
They cut up their cow.
Have you ever seen Mean Girls? Has Anna ever made you watch Mean Girls?
She hasn't, no.
Oh.
What's wrong with that
I like
show?
how you rephrased your question after you asked.
I was just wondering, because there's some...
It's a great
rednecks
show.
in that.
I watch it. I don't have a girlfriend yet.
Yeah.
It's a movie.
What do you mean by that? What is that
It's a
yet
movie.
supposed to mean?
No, I think he's more pointing out the
was a
fact that I
show.
said yet.
Oh.
I implied that, like, I was just laughing at the way you said yet. I thought it was amusing.
Amused.
Well, I'll have you know, I have someone in mind. Her name is Respucia.
Nice.
Her name's Rochelle.
My sideways.
Chanel.
Rochelle.
Oh god. Honey boo boo chow!
It's terrifying.
Oh,
Oh dear.
Lord. How did we get to that from Black Ops 2?
I don't know.
don't know. Oh.
Have we got anything else?
I've got more things.
Ooh, okay, you go, JJ.
Shall I go? Okay, this is about Samsung. I believe they are moving away from Google and Android.
That's about it.
They are going towards... You'll never guess.
Apple.
Windows.
Ubuntu.
Sorry? Ubuntu. Oh, I heard about that. There is loads of noise. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm sorry. Upstairs are moving in, and they're moving furniture. But they're moving towards Ubuntu. I heard about that. That is awesome news.
Mike, you should get a broom and just start, like...
Slapping the
Banging
roof.
on the
Quiet up there!
Quiet up there! Record a podcast!
No, sadly that's going to be like that for the next... Or even when we're done recording, it's going to be like that. And I apologise. But,
Nothing we can do about that.
But yeah, that's pretty awesome. Moving towards Ubuntu.
The new OS will be built using existing Android kernels, and drivers.
Now.
Do you mean existing Ubuntu?
Yeah.
Yeah, you said Android.
No, the operating system will be built using Android.
Okay.
Aspects of Android, I think.
Oh, is Android? I suppose Android is just probably a kernel of Linux in a way.
Yeah.
So there you go. That is
That's pretty
pretty.
cool.
That is pretty awesome.
Linux
know, right?
needs to get more...
Linux is amazing, and I really think that
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
with
known.
Steam moving towards Linux,
Yeah.
if more games had Linux support, my computer would be Linux, no doubt about it.
Well, I think this is the year for Linux now.
If Samsung moved towards Linux, I think that'd be amazing.
Let's
Because
start a petition.
what for game developers to move more towards Linux?
Yeah.
Well, with Steam supporting Linux now, the thing is that a lot of gaming platforms don't really support it, and that's the problem. People need to use more like
That's
I think it's
because not enough
OpenGL
people
is what
have
needs to
it.
be used more. Sorry,
Not enough
not enough people have it, and it's that's a good point. Like even the Minecraft for Linux, not just all like open software and stuff like that, and Linux is amazing. Oh, but the Minecraft version of Linux is really buggy and doesn't work properly. But don't worry about it, just ignore it. Not enough people use it for us to care.
Oh.
But no, I love Linux. I had an Ubuntu laptop. I gave it to my brother because his computer broke. But I had an Ubuntu laptop and it was amazing. I'm really thinking of building a tiny little computer to go underneath our TV for like storing movies and TV shows and just like using Skype on it and stuff. And I would probably run that on Ubuntu or something. Ubuntu is amazing. It's a great operating system.
It is, yeah.
I might install it on my laptop.
I would, because that's the thing. Your laptop, you said how like laggy and crap your laptop was. The thing is Ubuntu is so clean to run. It's just so smooth.
That's why, like, the laptop that you had originally, you had Windows on it. But
I had Windows on it, but it just didn't work.
So you had to do Linux, and you could pretty much do as much as you would do on an iPad on it, really.
Yeah,
so is it like a smaller like size?
It's go on.
Like a smaller like file size. You know, you were talking about on that tablet where is it the Google tablet you were saying where the operating system takes up like half of the hard drive?
The Windows tablet.
Yeah.
Oh, Windows tablet.
But that's the problem. The problem is iPhone or iPad. The operating system takes up such a little amount. Same with Android, because the operating system is designed for a tablet. The problem is the Microsoft tablet, the Surface. The operating system is the same as your computer's operating system. It's the same as Windows 8 on a computer, but they just shoved it onto a tablet without putting any optimization. It's buggy, and it's designed for a desktop or a laptop computer.
But do you think Ubuntu would be even smaller, as in?
Well, it's Ubuntu, but they're going to be developed. Samsung is smarter than Microsoft in that way. Samsung are already in the phone market. Samsung are going to develop it in a way that it will work better on a phone. It'll be smaller.
Yeah.
Ubuntu's already much smaller than Windows anyway, because Windows just has a bunch of shit on it. But it's a good. Ubuntu will be amazing on phones, and I'm really excited. And that has completely changed my outlook on Samsung phones. My only issue with them is that they're incredibly ugly.
Yeah. Have you seen the new, is it Galaxy Note tablet?
The Galaxy Note tablet is massive, isn't it?
Yeah. Someone who
Well,
I
for a
worked
phone, it's supposed to be a phone, but it's massive.
Someone who I worked with, she was smaller than me, and like she was holding it with both her hands, and she was using the stylus to text and everything because she couldn't, like when she held it sideways to use the keyboard, she couldn't get her thumbs in the middle of the screen because it was so big. So, and she held it up against her, like when she was on the phone talking, it literally took up the whole side of her head, and it's just like, why do you need that?
No, it's massive. If they built their stuff to look nicer, that's the thing. It will be cheap as well, because like I suppose actually it shouldn't be that bad. It shouldn't.
It does look quite pretty.
But it shouldn't be. I was thinking it would be cheap to set up the operating system, but Samsung have a partnership with Google, and I doubt they have to pay for the OS. And I was thinking, but Apple iPhones are so expensive. But then of course the iPhone doesn't have to pay to use iOS, does it? So I guess not.
I don't know how much Samsung phones go for.
I have no idea how much. How much is the Galaxy S3? I don't really know where you can buy an S3. Like I know you can buy an iPhone.
You can buy one at Tesco. That's where Anna bought hers. It's not a bad phone.
$600 it says here for the S3.
Oh shit, has Anna got one?
So about yeah.
So that's only $100 cheaper than the iPhone 5. If you buy one outright.
And then bigger.
The internals are actually technically better.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But Android, cause I remember my phone.
The new Android apparently is completely different to the old Android that you had on your phone. But when my my mum has an S3, and when I've used it in the past, it just didn't feel fast. Like texting, it felt like there was a delay with everything I was doing, and that's something that I don't feel with the iPhone.
I mean, if you've got
my iPhone is fucking 3 generations old,
and it still
runs faster than I felt my mum's did.
Yeah. So if it's an Android phone, Android phone would never last, however long you've had yours for.
Yeah, that's the thing. My iPhone, if I was still in England, I could put a SIM in it and it would work perfectly fine. The only issue with my phone is the volume thing fell off. You can still adjust the volume, but you have to kind of like press it harder, and the audio jack doesn't work.
And you can't lock it.
And you can't lock it. That's the same thing with the audio jack. No, it's not. It's different from the audio jack. That's a good point. 3 things wrong with it after 3 years, and all of them are technically my fault. Well, if you did the same with an Android as you did with my phone, it'd probably be worse. But what happened to mine is the volume button fell off just from being in my pocket, so that's not my fault. That's just a bit naff, right? But the audio jack, I was using a pair of headphones, and the audio jack was quite long, and I sat it down in a way that it pushed the audio jack in a funny way, and now the inside of the audio jack hole is kind of bent. And the last thing was, I had it in like my, like if you got like a shirt on, you've got like an upper pocket or something. I put it in like that pocket or like a coat pocket, but up there for some reason. And then I bent over to pick something up, and it slid out. Yeah, I was at work when I used to work at the airport, and it just slid out my pocket and smacked onto the ground, onto like a concrete floor. But bear in mind, that was from about 4 feet high, so that's pretty good.
And the screen isn't smashed.
The screen has no scratches on it at all.
It's pretty good. It's sturdy.
So Mike would have never have lost his volume button if he used a case.
I just hate cases. I don't see a point in Apple and companies spend so long trying to make it look so sleek and thin and beautiful, and then people chuck a massive case on it.
Yeah, but you need to keep it slim and beautiful. Like putting a case on it, and if you do have a case on it, you can keep it on there for about a month, 2 months, 3 months or so.
I bought a few cases.
You take it off, and it feels so much nicer afterwards.
No, like my stepdad has this massive plastic case on his S3, and it really makes me think, why the fuck do you have that phone? Because the case, like normally the case only adds like a tenth of an inch to it, like it adds such a tiny bit of space. My stepdad's case is easily adds about 1.5 inches on each side. No, that's an exaggeration. About 3/4 of an inch. But it's just massive, and it is, as Hannah said, it's like a builder's case. I don't know why you'd want one. I don't know why companies make them. I guess because morons buy them.
Well, more kids are getting phones these days, aren't they?
Yeah, but no kid's going to want to put a case on their phone like that, are they?
What?
The parents probably can't do it,
I got a panda one, I got a penguin one, and I got a doggy one.
Oh, that's nice.
But I'm going to look into Samsung using Ubuntu. I mean, I don't think I'd ever get one, just because I've just started holding Hannah's phone, and it just feels beautiful.
I do not.
Oh my god, I found it! Yeah, it has like little flippers on the side, so it looks like a penguin. Look at that.
It looks like a penguin.
Look at that. You linked us. Okay. There you go. That's what Kev's got for his iPod.
I want to one like
incredible.
That.
You should get one. They're amazing.
Pretty awkward in your pocket, though.
I also drew.
Yeah, I saw that.
Honey Boo Boo Chow.
Did you?
It was nice. Can you put that as a thumbnail for the
You
podcast?
guys were like blabbering on about Samsung, like KevOS.
User disconnected from your channel.
Oh.
Bye.
Bye, Kev.
He'll probably be back in a minute.
Yeah, probably. That's a bit weird. Oh, there he is.
No.
User was moved to.
Hello.
Hello.
It's the X on TeamSpeak. Trying to change tabs on Chrome.
So you guys were blabbing on about Ubuntu.
Anyways, you guys were blabbering on about like Samsung and all that, and I just drew Honey Boo Boo.
Can you put that as a thumbnail to the YouTube video?
I will put that as the thumbnail.
Yeah.
What resolution is it?
I don't even know.
Save image as.
Honey Boo Boo Chow resolution.
Did you do the L the wrong way, or is it a Y?
I don't know what it's supposed to be.
It's a Y.
It's not child, it's chow.
Right.
Sorry, say that again.
It's chow.
So, JJ, you'll like this. Everyone in the family has a nickname in Honey Boo Boo. The mum is called Mama, which is fair enough. The dad is called Sugar Bear.
Oh dear.
And they've got a sister called Pumpkin, and various other stupid names.
Because she looks like one too.
It's all a bit retarded.
Retard.
I've got 3 more stories.
Okay, go on.
Shall I do this one? Have I got... Right, okay. This one's quite cool.
Mm-hmm.
This guy has made a 5-foot NES controller made out of Lego.
I never had a NES.
Wow.
Was it a Nintendo?
Nintendo Entertainment.
Yeah. Do you have games like... Would you have games like Mario on that?
Super Smash Bros.
Super Mario?
Yeah, never had a
Things
NES.
like
But yeah, that's pretty interesting, I guess.
This guy, he looks pretty incredible. He looks like the nerdiest guy ever.
Really?
He's got funny looking eyes. He's obviously in his bedroom.
Of
He's
course.
got pictures.
Obviously
of
in his
ladies
bedroom.
on his wall.
Obviously.
Of course.
He's got these incredible sideburns.
Yeah. Speaking about Lego, some guy, probably the same guy, I wouldn't doubt it. He built a life-size home of the Hobbit. And
Out of Lego?
Oh.
Yeah, out of Lego. Life-size.
Wow.
He built a little Hobbit too to inhabit it. I don't know. He might even program it later on to I don't know,
Lego.
become alive.
So those tea parties.
Pistachio. Pinocchio. I knew that was it. I knew I was wrong with pistachio.
That's a nut.
You're nuts, Kev.
Oh. Funny.
Lol.
Pistachio. I knew that wasn't right.
But okay, that's pretty cool actually. A life-size, every kid's dream.
Who has the time for that? Who has the fucking time to build a life-size fucking sculpture out of Lego?
Maybe he's an artist.
How much time every day do you put into recording videos and editing videos?
That's not valid. It's not a valid question. Moving on.
How is it not?
Moving on swiftly.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
Anyone else got anything else?
But if you have that talent to actually create some amazing stuff from Lego, you probably
You get hired.
Yeah.
To work on Lego Star Wars.
Who's gonna fucking hire you?
By the developers of Lego.
Lego Star you can probably get people at parties to build Lego sculptures for you.
I'm not buying it.
There's lots of
Lego Con.
Art in the world.
Legon.
Yeah.
I have something to talk
I'd
about.
go to that.
Hannah's got something to talk about.
Eve Online.
Oh yeah, we've all picked up Eve. Except Kev, who's
14-day
picking it up as we
trial.
speak.
I'm downloading it.
Why do you say that, Kevin? Why does Kevin know
Kev has some weird fear that he's going to get obsessed with it.
It's not even that. It's just you guys know my brain is the size of a pea, right? I don't know if I can comprehend.
Maybe a pistachio.
Pistachio, probably.
I knocked a penny into the floor.
You guys know that I'm not gonna understand any of this. I need someone to help me. You guys gonna help me?
Well, if you have it downloaded by the time that we play it after the podcast,
we'll
can
go through
read the tutorial all together.
We can read out the tutorial for you, so you don't have to try and read it.
Oh, thank God.
I couldn't read it.
I read it aloud for Hannah and
I have to read it as well
Get
as
some
read it
popcorn.
out.
Yeah, I get that.
Don't worry, I'll happily read it out loud.
Yay.
But yeah, no, it's a really interesting game. I really like it, and I really like what you can do.
Well,
and what I love is... Sorry, go on.
The only thing, I said this before, was that I heard from it that it's a big learning curve, and it can be more addictive than WoW.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's only addictive if you play it to the point where you want to be addicted. You don't if you don't want to be addicted, if you don't really want to get into the game, you're not going to really get into it. If you I guess so. Hannah and I played WoW a lot when we started really getting into it. But the fact is that it never addicted us. We never thought, fuck, we need to play WoW or something. It only gets addictive if you allow it to. You only get, if you do it stupidly large amounts.
And we
Sort of like crack.
We haven't played WoW in ages. But yeah, it's a good. It was a good game from what I played.
How much is it?
It's there is a monthly fee on Steam right now. It's 50% off, $10, and that gives you a free month, and then it's $15 a month from there on out, or I believe £12 or like £11 a month.
Right.
There's only one server, so it doesn't matter if you're from US or EU.
Ooh. Does it lag?
You get all the expansion packs with it.
All the expansion packs are free. It seems like a really fun, good bit of kit.
I like the
character customization was really, really, really in depth.
Yeah.
For someone that you barely see, because you don't see your character all that often. So for someone you barely see,
you might see them.
And what I really liked is I was watching a video where a guy spoke about it, and what I really liked is that you can you don't need to be combatant. You don't need to fight to level up and become powerful in the game. You can be like a researcher and just travel the galaxies, finding like information, learning how to do things, and then use that information to build ships and then sell the ships for a lot of money and stuff like that. You don't need and there are areas in the space that are owned by users rather than actually just being and stuff like that. You can name it and stuff like that. No, I don't think you can name it.
Fuckface 2000.
I don't think you can name it. But it really seems it really seems like a good placeholder until that Star Citizen game comes out. From me, anyway.
Yeah.
But
it's quite cool though. That's cool that you have a choice though. I like that.
And what's also cool is if you're good enough at the game, you don't need to pay for it because you can pay your monthly fees with in-game money.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh.
So if you do play it enough, you won't need to pay for it, which is kind of catch-22 because, of course, then you're stuck playing it for hours a day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it'll get people playing it. That's very good marketing strategy.
It is a good marketing strategy. And you can buy in-game money, and you can...
Do you think people buy in-game money so they can just
buy in-game money so they can pay for it? I have a feeling that it would work out at the same amount. Like, you say you need $1 million in-game. Kev, you need $1 million in-game. It probably costs $15 for $1 million or something.
I think Kevin might want to say something.
Come on, Kev.
My only thing is it like pay to play? I mean, pay to win.
Other than paying for in-game money, but from my experience with MMOs and RPGs, which is what that is if you're buying things, if you're buying items, you're doing it wrong. Because in MMOs and RPGs, you don't buy items because you can never buy the best items. So in that way, it wouldn't be pay to win.
Right, but what if like I was this posh gentleman from England and I was a very rich and intricate millionaire, and I wanted to go on EVE Online and drink my tea crumpet, and I just like I would like to give $1 million to win. Now, can you do that? Can you like buy
what do you mean
shit?
To EVE or to other players?
To EVE.
To EVE, as far from what I can see, you can't really buy anything like that. You can't buy things that would turn the tables in a battle.
Okay.
Can I ask a question, Kevin?
Mm-hmm.
What's a tea crumpet?
Yeah, that's a good question.
A tea crumpet is a modern drink drunken by English posh gentlemen.
See, we're not posh enough
Have
to
you
know this.
Have you guys never heard of that?
No.
Yeah,
We're
you guys
not
aren't
posh
posh. You guys aren't posh.
That's likely the case.
Get more posh. Got posh. A t-shirt.
Are you sure it's for the rich people and not just for the poor people that can't actually pay for tea and crumpets?
So they just get tea crumpets. Is that like a crumpet that tastes like tea?
Well, what it is? No. You got it all backwards.
It's tea that
what you
tastes
do
like
is
crumpet.
you brew up some tea. Like you put some tea in a cup, you put it in the microwave, right? Get your tea bag out.
That's what you're doing wrong.
What are you doing?
You get your tea bag out. Well, there's a certain way. You don't boil the fucking water. Who has time? Ain't nobody got time for that.
Apart from every single English person.
Right. And then you get a crumpet out of the bag. You're like, oh, this looks nice. Which is actually an English muffin for you American listeners out there.
They're not the same thing.
They're close enough. The same thing in
Very
America.
different, okay.
They're close enough. And then you plop in the crumpet And then you're like, oh, tea crumpet, yes! And then you drink away, reading your...
Do you have to sound like a horse when
daily-
you say it?
Yeah, you have to, yes! Like an English person in like the 1700s. Yes! Like that.
Right.
Well, okay. Moving on from that, our
Get more posh.
landlord
Keep
gave
it.
us some new keys today to the door, and when she got them cut, originally when she got us a key cut, she had to take the key back because it was for the upstairs. Like it meant we could get into the other apartment, which of course she doesn't want, which is fair enough. But she cut it so it had Canadian flags on it. But she gave us our new ones today, shortly after us getting kittens, and the key has kittens. Like 2 kitten faces surrounded by love hearts.
And it's pink.
That'll go nice on your keyring, Mike.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting another one cut. So just be normal metal.
Aww. Well, yeah, how are your kittens doing?
Do you know what would be
They're both
really
amazing.
yeah.
They're both
creepy?
great. Ooh, Kev, that's...
What?
I'm not even going to repeat what Kev said.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
Do they, would you know what would be even more creepy?
What?
She took pictures of, she had actual pictures of your cat on
They
your
do
keys.
look quite similar.
Ah.
They do.
No, they don't.
One's like creamy colour. Both our kittens are grey.
Oh.
The grey
Have you
one,
got-
looks a little bit like Tiger. Sorry, Tiger.
Have you got a
Tigger from Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
have you got a bag with their face on it or a pillow? Have you seen
Both.
those? Yeah.
There was
We've
someone.
also got a massive fridge magnet.
There was someone when we went to buy something from the pet store. This woman came in and said, "Have you seen my new portrait picture of my cat?"
Yeah, and it was a
that's
picture of
been
a cat and a dog.
cross-stitched?"
And it was a cross... No, it wasn't. It was painted.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was a painting on like a yeah, and it was these like a cat and a dog, like the cat sitting in front of the dog, and they're both just looking into the distance.
Like
That's
they
art.
just defeated the dragon.
Yeah.
Exciting.
It's weird. And she's like,
Dragon?
I didn't know this woman at all, but the woman asking was like, "How many pictures have you got now?" And she was like, "Oh, my whole place is filled with them." It's a bit weird.
That's a crazy cat lady for you.
Where's Cat Lady?
She was crazy.
Sounds good too. Sounds like an interesting lady. She was a bit weird.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
I would have a fun day out with her. Going to the amusement park and eating some cotton candy. Like a sitcom in the 90s or something like that.
I've got a couple more if you wanna.
Okay,
One of
let's
them's-
move
one of
on
them's pretty
because this is
interesting.
retarded conversation.
Right.
Digression.
55-inch television, right?
Okay.
4mm thick.
Wow.
Yeah.
I saw
How?
that at the store the other day. At Best Buy.
Crazy thing.
Really. LG.
Of course
Yep.
it is.
Life's good.
Life is good. That's
Organic
crazy.
light-emitting diodes.
Is that what it uses?
Thinner screens and clearer images.
Because that's the thing, they always manage to make it thinner, and you think, but does that subside the quality? I personally would rather a screen, like, surely if they made it slightly thicker, they could make the quality 10 times better.
You'd think so,
What
wouldn't
is
you?
with
And I
thin things these
personally,
days?
as I say, I personally would rather a slightly thicker screen, because, like, I wouldn't want to buy that screen.
No.
Because one's
Oh,
slightly, like,
different.
I'm worried that I'm going to end up doing something and it's going to snap, or something like that. I doubt it would snap, because of
Yeah.
course it's got metal in it and whatever. But it
No,
just,
it's like
just feels like,
glass.
yeah, exactly, it just feels too, I would be too worried that it was too thin.
Like you could just like run into it and just like knock it over.
I do often run into my TV, so that would be.
Also, 55 inches just seems too big.
Well, it's really big, so like you have more of a chance to running into it.
I mean, our TV is 43 inches. It seems the perfect size, but then I guess
it could break itself. It could be so heavy that it just
collapses upon
breaks
itself.
itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good engineering if that
YOLO.
We lost the screws for our TV.
Yeah, we lost the screws for our TV.
Life's
so it's-
good.
Yeah, we lost the screws for our TV, so it's quite precariously placed on its stand.
But Teddy, when we're watching TV, likes to like
attack the people on the TV.
Attack all the celebs on the
And
TV.
Yeah.
Well, the costs start at only £6,300.
Oh my god.
£6,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then that's the price that.
That's like $10,000.
That's like 10,000. But that's the price that flat screen TVs were when they came out in the first place.
I don't think that was 6,000.
They were around that price. They were around that price, and then that's the price. But a lot of shops didn't carry them, so that's why you wouldn't see them.
Oh, maybe.
And then HD TVs came out, and then that's the price that HD TVs were.
Yeah, and then 3D TVs.
And then 3Ds came out, and that's the price they were. They've already started to go down because nobody fucking bought them.
Yeah. Doesn't that mess with your eyes?
It messes with your eyes, and if you're wearing the goggles, it's alright. But no, I don't want to sit in my living room and wear goggles. I already wear glasses, so it's already difficult for me because I have to put them either over my glasses or take off my glasses and put them on.
What if, like, eye contacts were like 3D goggles? How about
That would be really awkward.
that?
What, that would be
I can
stupid.
change my contact.
Yeah, I need to change my contacts to watch TV.
TV.
I'm gonna call
It's like
Steve
those
Jobs
HD glasses
Sorry?
that you get in like.
Oh yeah,
In, like,
yeah.
dollar
Where I used to
stores.
work, Wilkinson's used to sell high definition glasses, and it was like, see the world in HD.
Oh yeah, I have a pair of them. Or my mum does.
Do they
They
work?
work quite well. Yeah.
But nothing. Real life cannot be any clearer.
Yeah. What? What are you talking about, Willis?
Doesn't it adds like an orange tint to it?
It's basically just like a magic trick. It's an illusion.
Is that what I do on TV? Just add an orange tint, then they say it's HD.
Well,
Yeah.
it depends. If it's dark, they just add a blue tint.
How silly.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, like, oh, but they're just going to release a TV which is thinner, but it's only so thin that you can make something.
Eventually, and
It'll just be a
this
pane
would
of
be cool.
glass.
Exactly, JJ gets it. Eventually, it's just going to be a pane of glass. You're gonna have some internals
Like
in
transparent.
the stand. Yeah, but it's just going to be a piece of glass. When you turn it off, you
We
can
have
see
to
right
watch
through it.
it from both sides.
Yeah, but why would you want that?
It'll be flipped the other way around.
But that's going to be the next step, isn't it? That whole,
Yeah, I think so.
you know, like in the sci-fi films when they have the TVs that they're
But
just
wouldn't
glass.
you see it on the wall?
You'd see like a slight glass outline kind of thing, yeah.
No, but would you see the design on the wall? Like, not the design, but...
The actual
like,
TV show.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Hopefully not. That's kind of.
That would just be like a projector, wouldn't it?
Maybe.
You'd effectively what would happen is they would have to figure out some sort of projection from like onto the glass or something. But you would think, you know, like you're saying that, but they would only release it if it actually looked good. If it didn't look good, no one would buy it, and as a result, it wouldn't sell. So if it was distracting, like if it appeared on the wall as well as on the TV, that would be annoying.
It
No
might
one would
only
buy
do it on certain colour paints.
Well, they would test it.
I'm just saying my opinion. That's what I'm here for.
I remember Hannah and I had this big, long discussion about how, and Hannah's looking at me now because she knows exactly what I'm talking about. And we actually, I don't know why, and I feel so stupid for this since I know Hannah does as well. We actually had a massive fallout for this, and like we're really pissed off at each other for like 2 days about how I think everything should be powered by USBs.
No.
Like your computer should have a double-ended USB, one that goes into the computer, and your wall socket should be USBs.
Get out.
And that way, I can link my TV up to my computer via the plug socket. And
What's Hannah's like objection to this?
It wouldn't work.
no, she kept saying it wouldn't work because of things with plugs.
It wouldn't.
Or something like that.
It wouldn't.
Why wouldn't it work?
Because
different
there's
voltages
a
and
specific
everything.
amount of voltage of electricity that goes through the very big thick cables, man. You can't just
It's
have a
not gonna be
USB. There's not
fast
going to
You
be
just
there's
get
not enough
more
power.
powerful USBs.
Yeah.
Get
Wouldn't
out.
that be
Have you seen
expensive?
Thunderbolt cables? Fucking hell, they're
Oh
tiny
my
and they
God.
take so much.
But it's expensive.
Yeah, I'm not saying like tomorrow, I'm saying in like
I
20
know,
years'
but
time.
it's expensive.
But so are flat screen TVs
Not gonna
until
happen.
till today.
Plasma TVs to be expensive.
Yeah.
Kev's on my side, JJ's on your side. We'll never win this.
I personally think it's great because now, fine, whatever you think of it, it's a cool idea.
I would love it to happen, but I just don't think it would work.
I know. I'm not saying specific USBs. I think it would be a different wire.
Wouldn't happen.
But imagine the idea of like plugging your iPhone into a wall in your bedroom, but being able to access. I mean, I know you can do it via Wi-Fi, but of course that's slower. Being able to access everything from your computer in your living room, or like, oh, I want to watch TV on the I want to watch TV. I'll turn on the TV from my computer via this USB, and then you can bring up whatever you want to watch.
It's sort of like your house is a computer.
Everyone would be able to.
That's effectively it. You would have like, instead of like a boiler, or you would have a boiler, I guess. But you know what I mean. Instead of like a fuse board, you would have like a server, effectively. And it would just basically be a bunch of wires and stuff like that, and that would basically be like a connector
so
point.
So basically, like in like Iron Man, and you've got these like, oh, Jeffrey. Oh, like a home computer, you know, like all the futuristic.
Yeah, that's my
things that have these house computers.
And, Hannah agrees it would be really cool to have like this whole setup where everything's connected, but she just doesn't feel that it would happen.
But what happens if there's like a power cut and?
That's the same with now. If there was a power cut, everything would go. What's wrong with that?
Well, no different the big, but like the little big pin is to prevent that.
Yeah, but I don't.
Pretty sure.
Okay,
Does USB have that?
No, but listen.
The power's gone.
The server would have like the big server computer would be connected via a normal power cable, and that would have its grounding and stuff like that.
What happens when you want to go on holiday though, and someone hasn't got that USB places imported thing? Like they haven't got that fancy stuff.
I don't know.
You just get your plug sockets out of the lock.
As I said, that's the same now. What if I want to go on holiday to England? I need an adapter. You just get an adapter.
This is going way too far.
This has gone way too far. This conversation's gone.
Yeah, but the wire that you're talking about, which if they invented a new. If they invented like a new wire.
Power.
Yeah. Yeah, but they can make adapters for you.
Then it may not be compatible with the.
Why not?
It may not be.
Then make it compatible.
Okay, no, stop.
Yeah,
let's stop here.
Let's stop.
So there we go. To conclude, Apple, if you're listening, just make that happen, please.
So shut me up.
Just shut Mike up and JJ. Dear Lord.
But let's move on. Do we have anything else to discuss?
I've got one more.
Oh yeah.
Okay, go on.
But someone else go first. Someone else.
I don't have anything.
I just wanted to mention that Minecraft sold a ton of copies on what is it, New Year's Eve?
Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve they sold 453,000 copies.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
one day.
In one day, that's over Pocket Edition, Xbox 360 and PC.
And 99% of them were 13-year-olds.
Yeah, 99% were 13-year-olds' mums and dads buying them for them.
Yeah. Mummy! Found a new game! It's called Minecraft! No, honey.
I like how they're using Minecraft in schools though.
Yeah, there's this. Did you guys watch the Minecraft documentary?
Yeah, I've seen that.
I would recommend it, JJ. There's a long
part
that
on disc.
There's a long part where they discuss about how Minecraft's being used in schools a lot.
I saw that.
And it's awesome. It's an awesome idea.
Very educational.
I think that you can learn a lot from games like Minecraft, especially with certain mods and stuff. Like Redstone is incredibly like real,
technical.
And especially because they're updating in the new update. It's going to be even more technical.
Rover.
What?
Better than Rover.
Rover?
Do you like to learn how to like power things, like to make this robot on the floor move?
Oh, I know that. Yeah.
Oh, the floor turtle.
Are you talking about Rock'em Sock'em Robots?
No, we're not talking about Rock Sock'em Robots.
Oh.
Talking about at school, there was this like
little robot thing, and you had to use a computer program to tell it where to go and stuff. Like literally the most basic form of programming.
The only thing I did at my school that had to do with computers was just making a bridge. We had to make an electronic bridge
we had to do that
on a program.
Like with real stuff rather than...
Yeah, we had to do that online, and we had to make like a flow chart for traffic lights.
Oh yeah. What was that program called?
I don't remember. And I had to make loads of PowerPoints, which this teacher told us that we're making a website.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, making a website, and it was fucking PowerPoint. And I thought that I made a website. I was like, Dad, look, I made a website. And my dad's like, that's not a website. Dreams and everything, rush right
and
there.
When you look at it, like if when you make it, you think, "Fucking hell, this looks awesome."
I'd
Like
hyperlinks
every
and
website, every website could use like look like this, and it'd be amazing. And then like you look at it now, and you're like, "Oh my god,
was
did I
on a
really
floppy
think
disk.
that was a good website?"
It's on a floppy disk.
It's on a floppy disk. We
Yeah.
did ours in high school.
Wow.
Mine was, I was in like year 4, year 3 or 2, whatever, I don't know. But it's on a floppy disk, and it's about Mount Vesuvius.
I have a floppy disk somewhere at my mum's in a box that says, now I don't quite know why, because in honesty I think discs, like CDs and stuff existed. I have a floppy disk somewhere that says Grand Theft Auto San Andreas cheats.
Wow. Has it got like a Word document on it?
Yeah.
That just says the cheats on it.
RTF.
Yeah.
Girl, you make my floppy disk a hard drive.
Wow.
My boo-boo chow.
Honey Boo Child does that, does she?
Yeah.
She doesn't know
We
what
don't
a
know what
floppy
that
disk is.
I don't know what hard drive is.
Oh, sorry. Just had to say that.
But yeah.
To finish off,
Yeah.
have you ever heard of the story James and the Giant Peach?
Yeah.
I don't know the story, but I've heard of it.
I've seen the
Dahl.
movie.
Roald Dahl.
Roald Dahl, yeah, I know it's Roald Dahl.
Did you know that the peach, in the book, or the film or whatever it is, the peach is carried by seagulls somewhere? Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
They figured out, right, there's students at Leicester University researched that it would take 2,425,907 birds to carry this peach.
But how big is the peach?
Wow.
Like, did Roald Dahl actually give details as to how big it is?
Yeah.
In the book, it was carried by 51 seagulls.
That doesn't give you an answer of how big it is.
No,
That means it could be tiny.
I can find out. It'll probably be in this article somewhere.
How many swallows does it take to carry a coconut?
Are they European swallows or African swallows?
I don't know.
They use
I love Monty Python.
they use measurements described in the book. I think it's like must have been like similes. Is that? Yeah, similes. They must have used like the peach was as big as a house. Like,
Well,
but
our
obviously,
house is smaller than your house.
yeah.
Stop being
but-
so technical.
No, I know. I get what they did. They basically, they used the references made in the book and stuff, which is cool. That's quite one of those funny little things that you think, sorry, that's you're paying how much in university fees to figure that out?
They'll write that in their dissertation.
Yeah. Well, I think it's time to call it to an end, but I would like to quickly mention the UMS server, or as Hannah keeps calling it, what was it? The Ultimod server. The Ultimod server. Stands for the Ultimate Modded Minecraft Server, and it's just a server where YouTubers can apply to join and then become members, and it's basically just heavily modded Minecraft server where...
With Mo Creatures and Millionaire.
Yeah, Mo Creatures, Millionaire, loads more, can't be asked to list them.
Everything's in Ticket and more.
Yeah, I go to ums.co,
It will
umms.co.
be in the description, though, won't it?
I'm sure we can manage that. Yeah, ums.co, and you'll find all the information there. It's really, really quite awesome.
Yeah, I'll be doing videos on that.
Yeah, me too.
So
Hannah will
stay
be
tuned,
judging.
everyone.
We've already recorded some, so it's just...
So there's rumours that C-Nanas might be joining, but I think those rumours are completely false.
I heard that Notch is gonna make an appearance.
Because C-Nanas put on his Facebook saying, "Tell me some cool Minecraft mods to play with," and I said, "You should check out this server." Somehow I don't think I'll hear back from him, especially because there's a weird bug with it where when you go on ums.co from a link on Facebook, it takes you to arcscraft.com.
And if you click somewhere on the website, it takes you to Google.
Yeah, there's a button on Google. There's a button on the website.
Canada.
I couldn't figure out where to put it. What to put there, so I put Google is a cool website that lets you search for things online and put a link to Google.
They'll like that publicity. They probably need it.
On that note, it's time to end the show.
We'll
Make
catch
sure you
next
subscribe.
week.
What was
The
that,
Honey
Hannah?
Boo Boo Chow.
We'll catch you next week,
Yes, next week.
where we'll have more topics because we won't be so lazy after Christmas and New Year.
And hopefully we'll have
no promises.
New members of the server that we can use as guests.
Yeah, we need a new guest.
Seth was a shit guest.
He was terrible.
Don't be mean.
JK. We love you, Seth.
I doubt he's listening.
He's not listening.
By the way,
doubt anyone.
You know how it took you a year and a half to get 100 subs?
Yeah.
He's just broken 100 subs and he's only been making videos for about 3 months.
Magic.
Can I tell you how?
How?
What he does, I'm
He makes
telling
all
his...
the YouTube channels.
What he does is he does that whole follow for follow on Twitter thing.
Ah.
And he has like 500 followers on Twitter, and he's following like 450 people. So there you go.
Yeah, I know some people that's been going on Omegle and just been talking on the Minecraft topic thing, and just say, hey, do you like Minecraft videos? And then be like, yeah, we love them. You know, it's just mostly like 13-year-old girls.
That's the thing. I don't like doing it like that. I like if I want someone to subscribe to me because they find something
they like you.
But then I guess what's the difference really? The Twitter thing I think is bad, and I guess spamming your stuff on Omegle is bad.
But if they don't know you, then like.
But then that's exactly it. I was going to say I want people to find your stuff and like it, but how are they going to find it unless you show them it?
I've never really advertised at all. I used to advertise on my Game Decider Twitter account that my boss told me to make, but that's about it. I don't advertise at all really. I could, but I just kind of like when people find me, and then they just stick around and watch my videos just because they like me or whatever.
Well, my channel has been going since October 27th. I've uploaded 16 or 17 videos, and I've got 25 subs. Which isn't bad.
Yeah.
3,000 video views. I have no idea what that's like statistic-wise. But the thing is, as you say, Kev, the reason that you've struggled so hard is because you don't really advertise your videos. You have a shit ton of content. But anyway, we're just digressing from ending the show, so thank you very much for listening. Hope you had a lovely
I'm with RPM now.
Kev is partnered with Rent People magazine.
Mm-hmm. You can rent Russian mail-order bribes if you order the magazine today.
Mail-order bribes.
Brides. I mean, not bribes.
But yeah, thank you for listening, and we will see you in the very near future. In fact, actually, in a week's time, because we record these weekly. Have a good evening.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Honey Boo Boo Ciao.